Mind of a boy, speak a little fantasy football. We are coming to you, pre-recorded, September 18th, 2025. It is week 3 of the fantasy football season, and this is the Why Do Boys Make podcast. I am Corby, and I will be your host this week. We are rolling through it, rolling around ODST, trying to figure out what's going on in the league. Really sorry that we weren't here last week. My first co-host Fitzy had a trip to Mars. I heard that it went well, and now he's back. So Fitzy, why don't you tell us about it?
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be the last time you hear us say Mars tonight. We will get into it.
No soundboard because I'm all fucked up. My other co-host was also busy. He was frying me up a burger for this week. I'm starving. I can't wait to eat one. Colin, what's on my burger?
Cheese. Nope, no patty. Hold the burger.
Bread, cheese, and bread. I love it. Yeah. All right. Well, that's the intro banter. Why don't we just get right into it and go to mailbag? Sorry, we're feeling a little loosey goosey.
We're rusty. It's been a couple of weeks.
I'm definitely out of form. It's been hellacious.
We are danger rust tonight.
I'm danger rust. Unlimited diarrhea poop is me tonight. Cash said Corby is smart. Now this is in response to me saying I would not like his team, and then I made him my first overall ranking. In hindsight, with the way the season is currently shaping out, I stand by my ranking. Who's got the next comment?
I thought you might want to take it because Brandy's back, right? This is Brandy.
We're not even in an. I mean, I was reading from here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all 5 days ago, I guess.
So I'll take this first one then on the screen because the first one on the screen is the one I'm referring to. Mike says, "Can we get a we'll get into it counter in future videos to tally how many times you said it this season?"
Oh, that's why you dinged.
So we break this into 3 editors per week. So what's actually kind of tough there, Mike, is Corby typically edits the middle, Colin and edit the end. By the time we get to the Colin, will have no idea how many we'll get into it were said during my section. So what we need is a fan count. If you can not subscribe for 20, if we're not going to get 20 subscribers, we got to get a guest at some point this season. Whoever can guess the number of times we say we'll get into it right now in the comments, and whoever gets closest will be our next guest on the pod. So comment away, everyone, with how many times we'll say it. Don't cheat. Don't wait till the end to comment.
What are we saying?
We'll get into it. Now that's
counting it.
Who's counting it? Well, the commenters have to guess, and then one of the commenters, I assume Mike, will also say it at the end. And Mike, for the record, all the times we said it right now also count.
Yes. I feel like we could also count all of our separate parts and then come up with a grand total to verify the actual count. Anyway,
that's right, Mike. You don't need to add effort because we will effort it.
Yeah, we will definitely effort it and get into it. Does that count? Probably not.
No.
So the next comment is from Brandy. It says first comment, not true. Absolutely not true. Sorry, Brandy. Mike said, yeah, fake news from the woke fantasy football leftists. Mike Box says first, which was that true? I don't know. These comments, we usually go on YouTube and we scroll through them, so we have a chronological order. Whoever's making the slide, number one, thank you. I'm just all out of sorts here. I don't know what's going on. Christopher P 4696. Xavier Worthy did not in fact step up. That's true. He was stepped on by his teammate Travis, the body snatcher, the shoulder snatcher, I should say. It was Kelsey. Took him out. And then Adam said, when my tribal count skill video isn't included.
That one's entirely on whoever edited that section, a.k.a. me. Adam, I had it, and I swear I thought I dragged it into the timeline. That is totally my bad. Now I'd like to apologize by putting it right here.
Hey, y'all. Why do boys play games? Fantasy Football League. I'm here on draft day to deliver a message about, we're calling it tribal council, but really what I got to talk about here, all these goddamn leftist Democrats out there trying to dictate how us good God-fearing Republicans can lead our lives in our fantasy leagues. And I just I just want to really let those libtards know that us red-blooded fantasy players, we're not going to stand for it. And this year, you got the leftist blowhards out there that are trying to tell you, you got to draft a running back. You got to get out there and get a running back early. You can't draft a 0 RB team. Okay, watch me, motherfucker. I'm gonna go out there and get a good God-fearing quarterback to anchor my team, and we'll see if your RB heavy squad can stack up to my 0 RB God-fearing Republican conservative team that's gonna reign supreme over these leftist blowhards out there, and the libtards and the whole leftist Democrat establishment. Gavin Newsom and all those. Lion Hillary and all those types. So the man that I want to go out and get tonight in the draft, he's a good God-fearing quarterback. His name is Lamar Jackson. He's a big Charlie Kirk guy, one of my idols. And I'm just gonna go out there and try to buck the trend that these leftist Democrats are pushing with the no 0 RB. You can't draft a quarterback early. Good God-fearing quarterbacks kind of need one. Lamar Jackson, that's my type of guy. I'm going to get him. I'm going to get myself another God-fearing quarterback, and we're just going to punish those leftists out there. All right. Thanks, guys.
Oh, wow, Adam. Sorry, I fell asleep for a second. Good work, Adam.
Good work, Adam. Go ahead. Take it.
Mike says, sorry, Cash.
What's he apologizing for?
Why is he? I don't know.
Right.
Mike, let us know down below, and then in the next episode, we'll get into it.
Okay, well, never mind. So next, Adam says, thank you, Johnny, fair play. I'll say it in a second, because there's a couple comments that were made later that I didn't put in here. But we'll get into that. Does that count if I say we'll get into that?
Yeah, that one does.
Does it? Okay, fine.
Thank you, Johnny. Fair play for the shout out. And Cash also says thank you, Johnny. So shout out to Mike for getting Johnny here. We'd love to see Johnny. Mike also says Robbie Oost's immortalized forever by being mentioned. So
yes,
there you go.
Shout out to Robbie Oost.
And then we got Cash Money says Corby is smart. He nailed it on the head there.
Now the two that aren't showing here, I'm just going to go verbal with these.
Okay.
I had to pull up the full list of comments. Chris Colby, Fantasy Football 4, says, when A-Train came up, Corby said he's going to be on IR all year, so I bailed.
Okay, so my thing is that I want to say is because I wanted to know why he said that his limit was like $50, and he also said it's his team name. Chris, we want to hear this team name that you had. You said you had a great team name. Put it down below. I want to know this team name that you said you wanted to draft him for. So lay it on me. What's this last comment we got, Fitzy?
The last comment was at Mike Boxy. Only 11 comments. Let's get these numbers up. My thoughts on my loss to Colin? At least Justin Fields and Garrett Wilson had a good game. Now, Mike is not wrong that we got to get our comment numbers up. 11, now 12. That's too low. Still only 18 channel subscribers. Too low. But did you guys see how many views we got on this last episode?
I was about to say that. Is the view
115 views.
Whoa.
We are soaring through the algorithm. We just need people to keep us soaring by creating an alt account and subscribing.
Well, here's the bad news. There's a team name that we're going to talk about later that's probably going to get one of us fired from our jobs. Let's move on to Transaction Watch. Sure. So there were the fab was flying after week one. People throwing their money all around. When I say people, I mean the classic Chris Patnode, putting all of his fab dollars all in on on 2 tight ends, Juwan Johnson and Harold Fannin. Now, I was kind of disgusted by the Juwan Johnson one because I feel like there's been times in the past where Juwan Johnson has had nice stretches, but it's just not been indicative of a full season of great power. However, it's been 2 weeks in a row. We'll see if the $36 are going well. And then Harold Fannin, I love it. Great.
Who was his tight end he drafted? I forget.
Darren Waller.
Okay, so yes, you can flex 2 tight ends in here, or you can flex 1, so you can start 2 tight ends. So way to get there. Of course, the money or the Juwan Johnson $34 higher than anyone else, which is me. That one stings a little to see, in hindsight. But like you said, he's had 2 great games, so you can't feel too bad about it.
Yeah, it's crazy that he overpaid by $34, and that also might be the better pickup of the 2. Like, yeah,
right.
Great work.
And so that's cool. Harold Fannin looks good. Look, but next slide it for me, quick. So here's let's rewind.
Last year.
Let's go back to last year. We're Throw Rogan here, also Crispy, in a very similar vein. Just blew all his fab on these 2 guys, Isaiah Likely and Alexander Madison. 2 guys who, he might have rostered Likely all year, or maybe Madison too, but I'm sure he barely started either of them. He famously didn't start them after spending this much money. He didn't start either of them. So hopefully it'll go better than last year when he did the same thing. I know that's something people like to do. I feel like the Puka and Kyron year really tipped the scales and to people really blowing week 1 fab. But, I think sometimes you can overdo it. But we'll see if this year is one of those times.
We also had transactions because it was we had 2 weeks, What we got here? Let's see. Jake Browning for $54. Beating out Chris Colby by $1. Absolutely incredible. I think that the fab pickup of the year so far is going to be Troy Franklin for $13, which was a 3-way tie between me, Brandy, and Adam. Now, right before I went to bed, I'm going to pull the curtain back. I had $17 on him. And then I was like, you know what? I feel like I can probably get him for a little bit less, Wide receiver 2 for the Broncos. And so I put 13. And then, of course, the waiver priority. And, that's the way the cookie crumbles. But I think it's a great pickup. Brandy desperately needs some flex help. So we will see what happens. Touchdown, Josh Allen.
And Tyler's right there, $1 lower. So it's almost a 4-way tie.
Yeah, I don't know if we announced that it's a Thursday night football watch along. So Corby, good call on a touchdown, Josh Allen. It was a throw.
It was a pass to Dalton Kincaid, everyone's favorite tight end.
Oh, and the first touchdown was Ollie Gordon running it in. So there you go.
Shout out Adam for Ollie Gordon.
On my bench.
I also we got to talk about real quick. Brandy giving up $3 for Seattle's defense. I respect this. I feel a little bit responsible because I'm usually the one throwing $1 or $2 on a defense, and this is Brandy staking their claim and saying, Fitzy, get out of here with your likely $2 offer. This is the only way to get the team that's going to face Spencer Rattler this week. So I actually respect this for $3.
I also respect that. I have no issue picking up like what is seemingly like a season-long defense like after the weeks have started. I feel like when you're in the draft, I think obviously you only want to spend $1 because you want to draft other players, but yeah, I think $100 is a lot of money, so no, whatever.
Okay, never mind. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I didn't know we had another slide.
Yeah, we got a lot more to talk about here. There were a lot of transactions. I didn't include all of them. I want to really focus here on the trade that happened earlier today. Adam receives Breece Hall and Javonte Williams and gives up Jerry Jeudy, Travis Hunter, and Jake Browning, who Adam just paid $50-something for, mind you, which is interesting strategy. This is on a scale of 1 to 10. I need somebody to rate this.
I don't think it's that bad, honestly. I don't know. I think Adam won the trade. In that Chris was desperate. For the second time this year. The thing is that we should be mad about the first trade he made with me, which in hindsight maybe actually he might have won that trade. Bryce Young sucks, but Lad McConkey's looking like the wide receiver 3 in San Diego and LA, and Ricky Pearsall's looking, good. So he might have won that trade. So, but even so, at the time, people were mad because he had so much time until week 1 to make trades. This time we can be mad because he put $18 on him. If you're that desperate for a quarterback, put in a shit ton of money. We know that Joe's out for what, like 4 weeks or something at least, or more.
3
I don't
months.
know. Oh, 3 months. Okay, so almost the whole season.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't see. But I know he hurt his toe. So
there are people overreacting, saying he'll never play again. Now, I think that's an overreaction, right? But
Chris, you could have used an overreaction here. Okay, you should have put like $80 on him or something. All right, instead of 18.
But have you noticed Chris picks up Marcus Mariota
and drops,
and then he drops Robbie Oates, which is fine. But I think that the fact is he trades for Jake Browning. He had Mariota already. Maybe he's unsure if Mariota is going to play or not. But it seems like he's going to play. So I don't know. I'll never understand the enigma that is Chris Cloud in terms of his fantasy strategy. I respect the chutzpah to make 2 trades before week 3. Really respect it. I hope that it works out for you because you desperately need it at this point.
That was my only note on this. It was basically, while I, too, believe that Adam Smash won this trade, we talk about sometimes put yourself out there in a trade. Like, people who aren't trading, those are the real losers of this year's fantasy season. I'm among them. I'm a bigger loser than Chris Cloud for not making any trades. I think it's close, but I think until you make a trade, you're not allowed to judge any.
Absolutely. I have not. I did not make a single trade last year. I have not received a single trade this year, and I think it's probably going to stay that way. Let's go back 2 weeks prior to the most exciting week of the season.
The intro music or the transition. The Family Guy music.
Let's start with me versus Chris Patnode. Now, I think that if I remember correctly, we were all on the side of Chris P, even Fitzy and the coin locking in this one. And I pull out the upset. The upset of the week, I guess. Or maybe, I don't know. I was projected a lot less. I was projected 138. I scored 146. Chris projected 151. Scores 114. I think the tail of the tape is this. Josh Allen had 40 points, and that's the reality of it. When you're going to go against Josh Allen, who scores 40 points in a week, it's going to be tough for you to make up for it. And on the other side of the ball, I mean, Cam Ward in his debut against the Denver Broncos, kind of scary, to start a rookie on the road in Denver. T. Higgins doing his T. Higgins thing, where he's either going to score 50 points or 6 points. Xavier Worthy getting knocked out before he even had a catch definitely hurt him. That was definitely a reckoning. And Buffalo having 0 points too. I think that I got lucky this week, and shouts out to Dylan Sampson, 17 points in your first game.
You call this an upset. The only person who was upset was 3 people who picked Chris P in the fantasy suicide pool. We will get into it, but man, I got knocked out week 1 and now I got to run this thing. Shout out Adam for always texting me before I text everyone else saying, here's your picks every week. So shout out Adam for keeping up. Chris's guy this year was Tony Pollard. He's a rush yard merchant at this point. I'll mention that again later on. And like you said, Xavier Worthy, just the fact that he had Aaron Rodgers on his bench throwing 4 touchdowns will forever be funny to me while Cam Ward puts up 2 points.
Yeah, you guys had, I think, you guys both had, I picked Chris P to win, but this is why I think Corby's team had potential. I put him at 5 or 6 when you guys had him low. This is my "I told you so" thing because I have to make it about me. But Corby, I think I've always said I think that this is what your team is designed to do. Right? You said it's not gonna. Josh Allen puts up 40, but look at your team. Someone's gonna put up 40. We're gonna talk about it in week 2. I think you had. We'll talk about it.
We're gonna get into it.
We're gonna get into it, and you find flex guys along the way. Wandale, okay, this is a guy who. Again, we'll get into it, but he would have been one of the hottest waiver pickups this week. But you already had him because you love Wandale. That's your guy.
I do love Wandale.
And now I'm sure you love him a lot.
Dude, he's so awesome.
Normally he's like one of those. He's like a 90 catch 600-yard guy, but maybe he just needed rest. So good for Wandale, good for you. I don't know why I'm making it about Wandale this week one, but
I mean, you got to make it about Wandale because he outscored Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jamar Chase, and you still found a way to 146. Like crazy.
Yeah. So good job, Corby. Starts out 1-0.
I do start out 1-0, and somebody else that is starting out 1-0 is Adam against the before mentioned Chris Cloud, where Adam puts the absolute shellac, beats him by over 50 points, smashes his projection. This is the reason why I had Adam ranked for number 1. Love his team, love the flexes, love Derrick Henry. He's unstoppable. He's a freaking unicorn, and Chris is trying to figure it out. Again, this is the reason why Chris is making all these moves. We'll get into it for next week as well. I don't really have much to say except for congrats to Adam on this. I'm trying to move this along.
I got one thing to say. Nothing says September like Adam putting up 50 points over his opponent while starting Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes. Football's back, baby.
Yeah, I'll just go quick too, because yes, this is the highest score of the week. So we all liked Adam's team, and he proves why. And then also just a quick note about week 1, because this was funny. I feel like if you look at every matchup, like there was no close ones besides like Tyler and Eric. So it's just funny. I feel like there was like this dichotomy or whatever of like teams that were scoring 145 and up, that was just Taylor and Corby, and then these teams that all scored like around 120 or lower. It was a tough week 1 for a lot of people.
Definitely a tough week 1 for a lot of people, including Chris Colby, who puts up the 116 burger against the unstoppable force, Taylor, who puts up 145. My quick overreaction, A.J. Brown is trash. It's over. Joe Burrow is now on IR. I spoiler alert. Mark Andrews should never be started in fantasy football ever again. He should be dropped instantly. Baltimore defense -3 points. Shouts out.
I mean, that's what you get for starting them against the Buffalo Bills. I don't understand. Chris P2 starting the Bills defense against Baltimore. It didn't make any sense to me then. Doesn't make any sense now. Yeah, he's got to trade Mark Andrews away and then trade for him again in weeks 8, I think. That's kind of what he needs to do for his team.
He offered me Mark Andrews for Zach.
No!
I quickly declined it. I don't know if this was before or after Thursday, but I think it was after.
It was
angry. Definitely after.
I would be so angry. It's the stupidest trade. And Taylor, shouts out to Taylor. He had a great week. He scored over a bunch of points, over a lot of other teams. So good job, Taylor. Oh God, look at this one. Yeah, Colin versus Mike. As I always say, this is the battle of the buddies, the best friends. The Toontown gamers. I don't know what I'm saying. Yeah. Again, another 50 burger. Colin peaks here with Justin Fields going off and Justin Herbert not being if man that week, being when man. Congratulations, Colin, on the great win.
Yeah, this is good. It was the second highest score of the week, and I had a lot of points on my bench too. So I was really excited after this week. I guess we'll get into it, but I'm not as excited anymore about my team. But shout out to Fields and Herbert, who I think they were like the QB 2 and 3 or 3 and 4 or something on the week. So shout out to them. We'll get into it about the next week. But this. I agree with Corby. It was nice to peak in week 1. It was good while it lasted. And Mike just had an off game, whatever.
Fitzy, anything? Okay.
You're trying to move it along. I'm good. You made good points.
Oh, look at this fucking toilet bowl. Holy smokes. My number 1 ranked team, Tyler, puts up 119 points and squeaks by Eric, who I said doesn't make the same mistake twice. We'll get into that. Eric's in dire straits at the beginning of the season, but the good news is that we have a bunch of weeks left, plenty of time to peak at the right time, hit the launch button. Love to see that. Tyler, better weeks ahead. Better weeks ahead for both these teams. What a stinker to start the season.
Nothing says September, week 1 of football, like Eric losing a close matchup while also scoring pretty much the lowest in the league. Football is back, baby.
Yes, this
Look at all the single-digit points on his team. That's crazy. I love it.
Yeah, shout out to Michael Wilson. So that's got to be the worst one, probably the worst player started this week. Corby, did you have anyone worse than that in week 1? I forget.
Let's go back and find out.
Just by name. I don't mean by number. Like, do you have any?
Oh, no.
You did
I
say
got four in
I had, Chico Conquo by name. Possibly worse than Michael Wilson. No. I think Michael Wilson might be the worst start I've ever seen.
so yeah.
One catch, 5 yards.
Good win, Tyler. Good win. 119.
Oh, fuck. I skipped all the way to bets of the week. Hold on.
Don't look.
Don't look.
Oh, you're going too far.
No, I didn't.
No. Okay.
All right, now we're back. And now we're back to our regularly scheduled broadcast. Fitzy beats my wife with a hammer. Not really that badly. Again, both these teams underperform. Shouts out to Devonta Smith doing Devonta Smith things. Love that guy putting up 4.6, but you still score above league average. Absolutely no doubt about it. And that flex guy, Jordan Mason, looking real good right now.
Yeah, you got 2 of Fitzy's guys and Zay Flowers and Devontae Smith. I know one falters, the other picks you right back up. So good job, Fitzy. Good wins. Yeah, you got a good team.
This team is working the way it was designed to work. Consistent points from the quarterback, inconsistent points from other players. And yeah, it was inconsistent in week 2. We will, I don't want to spoil it.
Does implied ones count?
No, that doesn't count. That was a little teaser.
I think we'll get into Brandy's team more in depth week 2, because I think week 2 is much more interesting for Brandy's team. Before that, let's get into this. So week 2 now, I'm going against Chris Cloud, who has one quarterback, starts Tyler Show, who is on a practice squad, maybe? I don't know. So my quarterback's kind of underperform here, but I'm still scoring 179. I think maybe number 1 scorer this week. And I think I attributed that to 3 people. I'm on Ross St. Brown, 39.2, Jamar Chase, 36.5, and Wandale, 28.2, probably having the best game of his entire career. Finally, the year that I own him. Really, really love to see it. Really happy to see it. On Chris's side, I think he's figured out the quarterback situation now. We'll get into his new lineup in a few slides from now, but we have got to figure something out, Chris, about TJ Hawkinson and Omari and Hampton in the lineups. Something has got to give with those guys.
Yeah, Corby was the easy pick this week for me for the suicide pool, just looking at Chris's quarterbacks. And, Bryce Young had a lot of garbage time kind of run. That game started off so bad for them, but then, you just got Hunter Renfrow was there to bail him out. But Corby's just asserting his dominance once again. His yes, Wandale, but his studs just lifting his entire team up. Indeed, this was the highest score this week, as Corby starts out 2-0, and an inverse of last year where he started out 0-2 and 1 out. So I don't know. It's a bizarre.
Don't say that.
It's a bizarro year. You're about to go 0-12.
Yeah, it's a real Breton strange year. I mean, talk about Corby going for the back-to-back tight end flex and both times getting under 5 from that position. That's going to work out at some point. You just got to keep picking up a different weirdo tight end and starting him. That's what I think.
Well, shit, if I wouldn't be starting another tight end if I didn't get cock blocked by Brandy with friggin' Troy Franklin. I have nobody on my bench. I have nothing. I have 4 good players.
You got Kyle Pitts. Just slide him down into the flex. Count it.
Ooh, that could be fun.
Yeah, he's flexible.
Dobbs might be good with
Oh, Dobbs is already in the lineup.
Okay.
Old reliable.
Replace one of your tight ends there.
No, I will definitely be starting a tight end, and I will not be starting Dante Thornton. Let's keep this moving along here. As I alluded to, this week is very interesting for Brandy. I'm once again going to peel the curtain back. On Sunday morning, Brandy was doing what Brandy normally does and study for 8 hours a day. And it was right before kickoff. I was like, Brandy, don't forget to set your lineup. And they said, okay, sure. Yeah, I'll definitely do that. Oh, God. Dalton Kincaid just dropped a touchdown. And Brandy told me that Brandy picked up her phone, looked at it, and just instantly put it down. Didn't set the lineup. So with that move in mind, we've got Juwan Johnson on the bench scoring 20 points, stealing the victory away from Brandy. And again, 0-2, not over yet, definitely. I mean, take it from me. I won the championship last year. Remember, I am your tribal chief after all. I think now that you have a little bit better depth and hopefully some more consistency with guys like Troy Franklin, we could see some budding swag here from Brandy. And Cash, you get lucky.
So do you think? So which would Brandy have started? Juwan Jennings. I mean, I know he almost didn't play, and then they played. Who did their backup? Who's their backup?
Mac Jones.
So are you going to start Juwan Jennings with Mac?
I mean, playing against the Saints. I mean, who would you rather start? Would you rather start Jonnu Smith or Matt or Juwan Jennings?
Oh, was that who was?
It was one. I mean, I would assume that's what the move that Brandy would make.
Right. I was looking at DeMario because I know he didn't do good last week either.
Yeah,
but Jonnu did good week 1, so I don't.
No, he sucks.
And that's Brandy's guy,
Brandy
last year.
Mario Douglas.
No, Jonnu.
Oh, Johnny.
Now, I gotta do a quick sidebar here, and it's a Silver Watch sidebar because I was pumped, and I picked the parlay of Taylor and Brandy to win. We'll talk about Taylor next. That one does not count. He did win, but he lost in the $100 league, so he stays exactly flat actually in Yahoo rating. Brandy goes down 4 points. If Taylor had won in the $100 league and Brandy had won here, they would both be sitting at roughly like 590 to 595. They'd both be cracking, taking a crack at 600 while facing each other. Oh my God, the cinema. As it stands, it's just not a Silver Bowl this week. So Brandy, I was really hoping for it. Now, you still got to kind of try to keep him down. If he wins 2 in 1 week, you never know what the Yahoo rankings could do. I went down 25 points last week. So crazy things can happen. Crazy things did not happen here, unfortunately, for Brandy.
Jesus
here we
Christ.
are. Yeah, here we are. It's the matchup I talked about where Taylor ekes it out to try to keep himself in silver contention. I texted him about this. He said he would do it for me. Real nice of him. But on the other side, man, it's getting closer and closer to those leaves turning brown, boys. I can tell because Eric lost another close one in September. Football is back once again. I mean, Eric just can't catch a break here in the month of September. How many years in a row are we going to be talking about the same thing with, is it time for Eric to panic? Is it time for Eric to panic? Is it time for him to trade Ashton Genty? Guy can't pass block, but you don't get points for pass block, and I think he's going to be all right. I think he's going to be fine. What do you guys think?
I think Eric is going to hit the launch button. Speaking of Mars, let's get speaking of Mars, Eric's going to hit the launch button. It's going to get there. But I mean, I love Taylor's team. I had him, I think, ranked highly after the draft. I think he's got a really good kind of, I don't want to say low ceiling, but a high floor team. He's got a lot of guys who are always going to get a lot of volume, even if they don't do that much with it. So, I mean, I think these are two. I mean, Eric is Eric. But I mean, I like Taylor's team, and I can see silver in his future, and I'm excited for it.
I also liked Eric's team, I like Eric's team. I think we'll see the rookies start to peak later in the season, hopefully. And you've got anchors like JSN and Puka that I think are going to carry you for most of the rest of the season. We just got to do something about Brian Robinson and the flex. What the fuck are we doing here, Eric? Come on, buddy. I liked your team. Help me out here. Colin, why don't you take this next matchup?
All right, we got Fitzy and Chris in the battle of the 1-0ers. Or no, of the 1-0 and 0-1. All right, Chris had a good team and he lost a very disappointing game to Corby, right? That was who you beat. A good team. He had a good team and he lost to Corby and just an underperforming victory. So he needed that comeback game and he got it. JJ McCarthy, turns out, wasn't very good. But that's okay because the rest of the guys, who did he have? Is Corby's darling. Speaking of Corby, Malik Neighbors was out there and Christian McCaffrey just, doing a shit ton of thing. But the big story, of course, is Mr. Roma Dunze, who is the only Bears player worth starting, apparently. So good for Chris. Every year he's got a good team. And he kind of got, I don't want to say lucky, but he got help this year because Fitzy had a good week too. But it is what it is. Fitzy, how was this one?
Well, Colin, let me ask my good friend, Chris. And it's not Chris P. Mr. Rogers was spreading the wealth around like a true communist that he was to friends and enemies alike, en route to his 19th career game with more picks than tutties. It's a good thing he can always count on his neighbors, who led the matchup with 9 for 167 and 2 tutties of his own. King Harold Friday the 13th might be the ruler of make-believe, but he proved to be the real deal in his second start, pacing the Browns in receptions. Everyone was shocked and appalled when the good vibes spread, with Christian McCaffrey and Roma Dunze dunking their feet in the same kiddie pool for a combined 54 points. This one letdown, and this is truly sad, is the cancerous Tony Polyp that was discovered in Chris's RB2 slot. We can only hope that this rush yard merchant won't metastasize to the rest of the matchup. Meanwhile, Chris's Mr. Rogers Super Squad turned to Fitzy and asked, what do you do with the mad that you feel when you feel so mad you could fight? When Devonta Smith is a wide receiver 68 and nothing you do seems quite right. What do you do? Do you punch a bag? Do you go punch some clay or some dough? Do you look at that bum in your RB1 slot? Do you want to drop I Pacheco? It's great to be able to stop when you plan the thing that's wrong. So don't go blaming Jalen Hurts. Stop and think this song. I can stop when I want to. I can stop when I wish. I can stop anytime. And what a good feeling to feel like this and know that this stupid team's mine. Know that there's something deep inside that helps us become what we can. For a girl can someday be a lady, and the league's QB2 is named Dan. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, it's Indianapolis Jones time. He's here to save the season with his daring actions, and he'll always win the heart of the lady. It's too bad Fitzy kept him and his sidekick, not short but definitely round, Ramondre Stevenson on his bench this time, as Chris P wins 167, Fitzy 147.
So is that little rhyme inspired at all by maybe like books you read to Eva or anything? It sounds like a doctor's
I went and found one rhyme that Mr. Rogers read into Congress. He read that to Congress, and I just replaced a few lines with my players.
I see.
True Mr. Rogers there.
Great. Awesome. Sorry, Fitzy. Sorry for the loss.
Oh
my God. How many more of these do we fucking have? Okay. Mike versus his cousin, Chris. Mike loses again. Mike is now 0-2 on the season. That's pretty pathetic. Not as pathetic as Joe Burrow. Oh, I hurt my toe. Oh my God, my toe hurts. Joe Burrow. That's what he said. That's what he sounds like. Did you guys know that? Chris pops off this week. Mike has a pretty decent week. The shouts out to Baltimore defense, sticking with your -3 defense, and they get 17 points. A nice bounce back for them. And shouts out to Keenan Allen, old man Keenan Allen. Have you guys seen Keenan Allen's shoulder blades?
His shoulder blades? No.
I saw this video. I saw this, Corby.
Dude, he's got fucking. Just look it up, Colin. Just look up.
It seriously. We're gonna edit it in right here because he looks like a child drew him. I thought that this was like a fake video that I was watching. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What is it? Is it from football or is this genetic?
I don't know what it's from, but apparently you can get it's not like serious or anything, and he can just like have surgery to get them removed.
He looks like Angel from X-Men when he cuts his wings off. It looks like there should be some wings there.
Okay, great. Yeah, I mean Chris pulls off the win here, but he just lost 2 people to IR, so yikes.
Yeah, Mike is kind of, he's back to his Michael ways. Obviously, we're 2 games in. It's a long season, but it's a little tough to recover. Mike's big two big expenditures, or two of his big ones, were Mike Evans and Baker, both of whom they are not keeping him afloat as other studs have been doing for other teams. Instead, his how much was Cooper Cup? Cooper Cup was probably like $2 or $3. Like was that his top score? I know he has a quarterback up there. So you just need you guys to step up like every other team who lost. But your team, who knows anything yet? It's week 2. Corby started 0-2. Never forget.
Yeah, I mean, Corby started 0-2. Never forget. Mike, I do hope that you are going to do well this year. Here's the thing with Corby's team that started 0-2. Corby was very engaged in his team. This is the only squad that I can look down upon and say, make some moves, man. I have not been good about it this year. I've made 1 move through 2 weeks. Mike's made 0. Eric's made 1. They're both the 0-2 teams making 0 and 1. I should say both. Sorry, Chris Cloud and sorry, Brandy. But Brandy and Chris Cloud have made a few moves. Not making a move at all through 2 weeks. I mean, you got to like your squad for that to happen, and your squad has not performed. So, yeah, it's not looking good. He'd be low in my power rankings for sure. Mike, prove me wrong, man. Prove me wrong.
Not Mike's year, apparently.
No.
Not right now.
And finally, we move on to the final matchup of the week with Adam B versus Colin. Fitzy, why don't you take it away?
Yeah, I mean, this was the matchup of the week, so I had to invite a friend back. It was a matchup of sci-fi versus fantasy for the title of Ultimate Nerd Genre. Colin amassed his fleet first and fired all the space lasers to varying effect. His first one came through. When he wasn't set to kill, he left it on Cortland Stun, en route to 1.6 spine-tingling points. He left the real killer on the bench, as Martian Mims was fighting against the Covenant for Spartan 117 points. Meanwhile, Adam of House B was hosting a round table of kings. Of course, there was old King Henry, who looked like Viserys Targaryen from House of the Dragon Season 1 out there. Can I get some help from the production team on this one? Thanks, Tom. The other kings in town are new to the throne. Of course, the young King Tet Macmillan, taught like an Egyptian with PPR floor higher than the lighthouse of Alexandria. The smallest of the 3 kings was stronger than his tiny little self made him look. That's right. The meek King Egbuka put up another respectable week of over 10 fantasy points. It wasn't all kings and queens, as Adam had help from some simpler folk. He didn't get much tongue through the air with the Eagles, but somehow Patrick Mahomet and his hairy feet walked all the way to Mordor for 66 rushing yards and a touchdown. There was a duel of wizards in the tight end slot, as Ty Merlin Warren, kinda looked like Gale from Baldur's Gate 3, faced up against Zach the Jedi Masters. A duel of fireballs and force powers leaned toward Colin's future squad here. The AI tried to close things out for that squad, but Cal 9000 Ridley came online and said, I can't let you do that, Colin, and put up under 10 points again. Adam 158, Colin 122.
All right, yeah. I'm not going to top that. Colin, let's hear your sob story. Come on, let's go.
There's no sob story, really. I mean, it's I'm definitely down about it. It sucks. Just some funny things about this game is I think like Justin Fields got injured like late 3rd or like early 4th quarter. He had completed 2. Right? I think. Let me check. I
thought he was knocked out earlier in the game, but maybe I'm wrong.
He had
3 completions
through 3. He fun stats this week. Yeah, he had the 6th most passing yards in the AFC East. He had the 4th most passing yards in this game, and he started 3 quarters. Pathetic.
Yeah, he was 5 for 49 though for rushing. So that's what we like about him.
And a fumble.
So what sucks about that is that, I also have the Garrett Wilson stack. So shout out to Tyrod for at least showing up, and I think he got Garrett Wilson probably like 7 of those 9 points. This is obviously it was just a shitty week with my down players. I'm afraid that it will be indicative of the future because it doesn't feel too fluky. But shout out to Zach Ertz.
Violin music edit sound. Oh, Corby sad violin music edit. He normally hits the soundboard of this.
Oh, right. But shout out to Zach Ertz. who played on Thursday and he made me think I would win with his 18.4. So shout out to Zach Ertz. But good game, Adam. Adam's got a great team but it is what it is. Hopefully a bounce back coming.
I certainly a bounce back coming, right? Cortland sucking can't have one catch for 6 yards every week, right? Like, this guy's old as fuck, but he'll be all right. So these are the standings. This is what we call parity or tri-parity. We've got 4 teams 2-0, 4 teams 1-1, and 4 teams 0-2. Fitzy, you took the words right out of my mouth. Very unsanitary. I was going to mention that Mike has not made a single move this season. It's kind of crazy. I haven't done my due diligence to see if he's made any bids or anything. Mike, please let me know if you have. Yeah, this is where we're at. How's everyone feeling? You guys are 1-1. How you feeling?
Mike has not made a bid. I just looked real quick. He hasn't made a bid this week. After week 1, I was like I said, I was wicked high. I was like, oh, my team's awesome. I had like the second most points. That was so awesome. I don't know what it was about week 2. I went 3-0 across my 3 leagues, the 3 leagues that I'm in with you, Fitzy. And then I should have went 0-3 this week, but I played because I had 3 terrible weeks because I have a lot of exposure to the same players, so they all sucked. But I got lucky with one league, and I don't know what it is. It just really put it down. I didn't really look at news. I didn't really look at anything this week. I didn't, usually I consume a lot of content, but I don't know if I'm just burnt out. But yeah, I'm definitely pretty down. But
it's week 2. How are you already burnt out?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Is that this week just really bummed me out a lot. I don't know why. My wife just texted me. Would you rather start Cortland Sutton or Juwan Jennings?
Oh man.
Let us know in the comments below. Who would you rather start?
Well, it might be too late for that, but we'll see. But what do you think, Fitz? Are you feeling good about this year?
My wife also just texted me. She said, "It's 9:00. Please stop yelling. Eva is trying to sleep."
Well, at least Barman's gone now.
Yeah. Chris is gone for now. I feel all right. I feel like 1-on-one's kind of how my squad should be. I've scored exactly 300 points in the year. If you look back, it was basically 150 both weeks. My squad is not likely to have all players peak the same week. I feel like I'm going to be a pretty average squad this year. Try to do my best Fitzy impression and peak during the playoff season. So we'll see how it goes. But man, only one move. I got baby brain. We all got baby brains right now. We got different types of baby brain.
Right. That's what I should have said is that I told you guys we'll make this a quick parent corner, as I like to call it. But just my son stopped napping. I think I'm just so mentally exhausted all the time right now because I have no time to myself, which I usually do when Addie's in school and Theo's napping. He's not napping. Also, Addie, I don't know if you remember this, but when I went to Stevens and Addie was in the hospital, she had a concussion. She hit her head really hard.
Man.
Yeah. So and then there's that, and then I was mowing the lawn the other day with Theo, a push mower. We like to push it together. We hit a bee's nest. He got stung 4 times. So it was. I got stung 5.
Nests?
Huh?
One of those ground nests? Yeah.
Yeah, ground nest. Yeah.
Awful.
So it was really traumatic. So I think it's just been a long week. I think that's why I'm really down. It's just been a lot of drama.
In here, I was gonna joke. I don't call this parent corner. I call this tummy time.
Tummy time, right?
Tummy time right now. But yeah, man, that's tough.
Yeah. So even when they're not babies anymore, sometimes the baby brain is still. Me and Fitzy talked about it a little, but Corby, if Dominic wants to play football, what's the deal? A lot of parents.
We're not allowed to say my kid's name. I'm just kidding. If he wants to play football, sure, great. He'll probably be an O lineman because he's so fucking huge. So.
Does Brandy not carry you there? I feel like that's a decision parents have to make now.
I've said it before, and I think that it's been kind of laughed off as kind of a joke. I don't know if Brandy is for or against it. I assume probably against it because of people like Aaron Hernandez. I don't know if you ever heard of that guy. He's kind of fucked up. or OJ Simpson. Football fucked him up too, probably. I don't know. I don't know. But OJ Simpson probably a bad example. I don't think my son will be like OJ Simpson.
It's a high bar.
If he wants to, he can do whatever he wants. I don't care. I mean, I'm kind of banking on him being an O lineman because he's so fucking huge, so he can go to the NFL and I don't have to work anymore.
There you go.
That's Parent Corner, and that's the standings. I'm feeling great about being 2-0, by the way, but I feel like a slide is coming at any point. This is a name change breakdown.
Speaking of a slide, this is the slide I was waiting for.
We're gonna get into this. Kind of a light week. Again, just reminding everyone of the scale. Let's start with Adam, who does From Me to You and Your AI Heart, which was obviously a target at Colin in their matchup. I love the photo of Sarah Connor from T2. I think T2 is a really good movie. I think the first Terminator is better. That's just my thought. Nobody asked. I love this team name. I'm going to give this one 5.8.
Is it a quote? Or is it just like one of Adam's things that he makes up? I like it either way. I'm just curious. Like, is this something? Does she say something like this? I've never really seen any of the Terminators. Does she say like, or no? I don't know.
I doubt it.
Okay, this is probably just an Adam original.
Yeah, this feels like an Adam original, and I just gotta say, Adam, I think it's kind of fucked up that you would put a sniper in your picture at a time like this for our nation.
I think that was before, right?
I mean, it's really not good. This must be the team you were talking about, Corby, because I agree. Like, Adam shouldn't be doing this right now.
Cancel Adam. Call his boss. Which is Adam.
Adam has since then changed his name to Tesla, Drive My Car, with the poster for the film Drive My Car. Have you guys seen Drive My Car? I have not seen Drive My Car.
Never heard of it.
No, I don't watch French movies like Adam.
This is not a French movie, let me tell you.
It must be from the 60s or something.
It is not. It is a modern day film. I think it's Japanese. Adam, you can correct me.
It is a Japanese movie, came out in 2021. Yeah.
Awesome. Wow, that's a lot. Wow, that feels like yesterday. I like the name. I don't like it as much as the next one. I'm looking forward to the next insulting team name. I do like this name because I think Tesla is a funny guy. You see his catch this past week? It was incredible. Tesla's cool. I like the name. I'm gonna give this one 4.8.
Is this
now?
Oh, sorry. So again, like,
go ahead.
Again, I'm sorry. Is the Tesla, like, is that a reference to something, or is that like
I'm assuming it's because Teslas are cars, right?
Right, but
And they're self-driving even.
Right, but Tesla, is it just because did he just put 2 because he could fit it? Or
I hope so, because I like
it. You and Adam are remarkably similar yet polar opposite people, and this is one of those great examples. For like, his team names just do not register with you.
So the thing is I'm always into it because it's just like, it's just like so out there. I'm just it's a genuine curiosity of like, what does it mean? But I love that he like. It's like a word salad almost, I'm into it. It's just, I'm just always very confused, but cool. I like it, Adam. Good job, Adam.
Yeah, it's a good name.
I'm sure a lot of people in this league are a big fan of Drive My Car, the Japanese film from 2021.
What about Drive My Car, the Beatles song?
When you first read it, I feel like that's the first thing you might think it's a reference to.
True. I always like to sing the song "Drive My Car" like, "Baby, you can suck my cock."
Yeah.
Anyways,
I feel like I've recalled you saying.
I do it every time. Not that I listen to "Drive My Car" very often. Anyways, this next team name is Charlie's Angel. So I made a decision to not rate my own team names because I feel like I'm going to weigh on the side of good team. Like I'm gonna like the team name because I'm making it. This is my team name, by the way. Yeah. I mean, I hypothetically rated this like, I can't remember what I rated it in a group chat with you guys.
7.1.
7.1, which is probably the highest rating I've given this year. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say. What do you guys think?
Who's on the picture on the left?
That is XXX and Xtacion.
Oh, okay. The snitch guy, right?
Oh no, I'm sorry. No, this is no, that's 6ix9ine. XXX Tentacion was like murdered years ago. He was killed in his car, and there is an internet meme where every time somebody dies, there is a split between him and whoever died. So there's a picture like this with like Queen Elizabeth, for example. And so I saw this on Twitter, and I was like, this is really funny. And then I thought of the name, and I don't know. Give me a rating, somebody. Somebody give me something before I should probably take this off the screen so this doesn't get I don't get doxxed.
Well, first of all, the reason I didn't think we were going to get canceled for this, I mean, you're just, you're calling him an angel. What's wrong with that, Corby? It's a good Christian mindset you've got there. That's what I think.
Thank you.
I don't do the ratings because your scale, I'm not going to say confounds me. I think 7.8 is good. This is right around there. It's like it borders on your 8, which is excellent name, one to be remembered. This is one that I think we're going to look back on very fondly. But I don't know that it's like 5 years from now, I'm going to be like, oh, do you remember that one? And it'll have to, it's not going to live in my brain. Yeah. I've got to remember it. So 7.8, 7.9, maybe 8.1. I think it's an excellent name.
Wow. I'm going to give it 5 booms. Boom, 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 boom. Good. That's this. All right.
Okay, let's move on to Yahoo comments of the week. So I think we already talked about this, but really pissed me off. They changed the way in which the Yahoo message board looks. So now you can't see the player's name on the board that you're on. So, I have no fucking recollection to who any of these people are. Harmon says, bro had Brown syndrome yesterday.
Probably AJ Brown, right?
I assume AJ Brown, yes. Again, this is kind of insulting. Brown syndrome. I thought it was funny.
Do you think it's insulting to AJ Brown or to the people with Down syndrome?
I think it's insulting to the people with Down syndrome.
Oh shit!
Absolutely. Yeah, he sucked. He was bad. What else we got here? Carson says, "Find a telephone pole on the way home." Wow.
You don't know who this is? It's just AJ Brown too.
I assume it's AJ Brown because they were right next to each other. In my photo reel or whatever the hell your photo album. That was a good one. I liked that one. This one is done, I believe, on Xavier Worthy. Joey says, look at Joey's picture, by the way, kind of scary. Does anybody think Kelsey did that on purpose? I mean, it was pretty avoidable if you ask me. And then Trey chimes in. Here comes the conspiracy theories. Everyone get your hats on. My guess is Mahomes and Kelsey want to have their field to themselves after the stuff they pulled last year with Rice and Pacheco. And then Squash said, definitely on purpose. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of Blockgate?
Well, how did Pacheco get hurt last year? I didn't know that did someone hurt him? I thought he's just Isaiah Pacheco, so he gets hurt because he.
I thought so too. Yeah.
I don't know anything. I don't think so. I mean, Rashid Rice tore his ACL. Nobody caused that. It's not like.
Well, no, that was when Mahomes. Remember, what did he hit? He hit Rashid's knee. Do you remember that?
No, I don't.
Last year? Oh, that's how he.
Oh, wow.
That's how he tore his knee last year.
Damn.
Patrick Mahomes went flying at it.
God.
So that's what he means. So they're but I don't know why they would want the field to themselves.
Definitely on purpose. They just want the field themselves.
What does that mean? Why?
Okay. Now things get interesting here. Now we talked about this.
Yes.
Group
huge news.
Okay. I don't remember the initial player. If you'll notice, Diego chimes in with 2 lotion emojis. And then Ty also chimes in with a bunch of lotion emojis. And then Tim, who has the same exact photo as Ty, says, someone bring the oil. And then Tim says, Diddy party currently being moved to Zayflower, spread the word.
This was in Marvin Mims.
This was Marvin Mims, and it was because I think he had that fumble on a punt return week 1. Right? So he dropped it, so people were commenting, baby oil, the lotion. And now the best part was every player chat you went into post week 1, like Sunday night, Diddy Party and Marvin Mims chat spread the word. Every player. It was awesome.
And then Colin had no idea what Diddy Party meant, which I thought was very funny.
Well, I guess you can put it together if you don't know what it is, but like I just don't really know the implications.
I really like this comment because I like the community coming together for a singular purpose, and I think the meme of a Diddy Party at this point in the year, kind of dated, but also kind of funny. So, shouts out to Ty, shouts out to Tim, shouts out to Diego. This made me laugh, and it made me go to Zay Flowers because everyone was popping off on that one too. I promise says I just busted all over my PC monitor.
Nice. 3 thumbs down.
It's just crude humor. I thought it was funny. I don't know who this was. Again, I don't know who it was, and that is shameful, especially for myself.
Now, Corby, real quick pause here before you get into this one.
Yes.
Could you go back? Could you actually unshare and share again? I added a slide in, just to slide one in.
Gotcha.
Well, I'm in those comments. Corby finds the good stuff. You find a way to find like the meat of stuff here, but I like to find some oddities.
And now we are back, and Fitzy has slid into my DMs.
And my oddity here was, Corby, you told us, hey, Christian Kirk's chat is I think you called it a hellscape right now. I'm forgetting your exact verbiage, but I went in, and I wanted to see what was going on. We have, woe to those who call evil good and good evil, who put darkness for light and light for darkness, who put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Isaiah 5:20. Mo says, whoa!
Mo says, whoa.
And if you would please click, Corby, I had to see, like, who's this Mo? Who's saying what? This was Mo's first comment in 2 years. In 2023, he put a post under Keenan Allen. I came back from a Keenan message with eye contact. Oh, he will play faux show. Waited 2 years to say, whoa!
Wow.
Under this incredible comment. So Mo, 2 posts, 10 likes. I'm looking to see if you continue this streak here. So Mo is the one on my watch list right now.
Okay, so did you put Christian Kirk's name up here, or does Android have the name still?
Android has the names, I
wow,
guess.
I'm actually pissed. I have to go buy a burner phone so I can take good screenshots. I wonder if it shows up on like the iPad app or something. Anyways, great ad here, Fitzy. This is excellent. Really good stuff. Was this the last one? Oh, no, I've got a few more. We've got Voodoo Tatum 4 times says, thought they caught you slipping, my boy. The first one, -6. The second one, -5. The third one, -6. The fourth one, -5. Perfectly balanced as all things should be, I guess. I don't know.
Wonder who was slipping. I wonder who it was.
Oh, who's to
We'll
say?
never know. Thanks, Apple.
Whoever designs the iOS app version of the Yahoo app.
This was the one that actually you started with. You sent us this picture, and Colin asked who's chat. You said Christian Kirk. It's an absolute nightmare right now.
Oh,
this was in the Christian Kirk chat.
This was the least bad Christian Kirk one.
Which also explains why there are so many thumbs down, because that's just disrespectful.
Wait, why was the Christian? What was going on with the Christian Kirk chat? Why? Oh, I'm sorry, Kirk. I knew that. I knew that when we were texting, but just now I forgot. Yeah, okay. His name is Kirk. Sure. Yeah, and I think maybe Kirk Cousins was in there too. Yeah.
Anyways, I think this is the last one. From Zachary. I saw this man at Waffle House wearing an eye patch like Slick Rick, looking like he was in playing shape. The man had about 3 plus-size women with him.
I need to know who this was.
Literally, it must be Najee Harris, right? It must be Najee Harris. This is literally the funniest comment I've ever seen in my life.
Dude, that's the best. You have 3 plus-size women with It's so fucking funny, dude.
So fucking funny, dude. It's so funny. I love this comment. Shouts out to Zachary.
Oh man, I want to see the rest of it.
Make me fucking cry, bro. That shit is so funny. Thank you for the comments. I will make sure to make notes of who is who and maybe get an Android burner phone. Can somebody take week 1 so I can wipe my eyes? Oh, God.
All right.
Can somebody take week 1 so I can wipe my eyes? Oh, God.
All right. First, we'll just start off where it's hot, where it's Corby and Colin in the podcast battle. Now, this one, as we alluded to earlier, we're cheating a bit here because we're in the middle of the Monday or the Thursday night game, and Josh Allen has thrown 2 touchdowns, so Corby isn't super outpacing his projection, but he is. But who cares? Corby is second in the league in points. He's 2-0. I'm coming off a terrible week. There's not much to say. Corby's red hot. I'm ice cold, or at least I feel like that. I'm starting Tyrod Taylor, so make of that what you will. And you know what? I'm breaking precedent here. I'm going to pick Corby.
What?
Yeah.
Whoa.
I'm telling you, I'm not feeling it right now. So I think Corby's team is awesome, dude. And I'm picking him.
You think my team is awesome?
You're second in points.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. That's fair. When you say it like that. Sure.
And look at Jamar Chase week 1, Joe Burrow, Jake Browning comes in. Yes, please.
Yeah, I can see that too. So I think I went into this like being pretty down on it. I feel like I'm gonna always be like constantly be down on myself until I feel like better about the flex position for me. I feel like I'm gonna be juggling a little bit there. But in any case, when you say that and I see Bucky Irving playing against the New York Jets, that gets me a little chubby, if you know what I'm saying. Love to see that. I'm not seeing the live projections right now, so I don't know how many points Josh Allen has.
11.88 projected. Corby, you are projected to have a 45% chance to win, 152, 145.
Yeah, I think that it will be tough. I think the Denver defense has kind of a tough week against the Chargers. Chargers look hot. I'm never gonna bank on Dylan Sampson. Like he scored double-digit points 2 weeks in a row. I don't know if he'll ever score double-digit points ever again this season. We're going to see. I just need my anchors to do what they do and do well and play well. I need a high-scoring game from Baltimore and Detroit. I cannot wait for that game. It's going to be so sick. Colin, I think you're underselling your team. I think, sure, you have Tyrod Taylor, but I have Trevor Lawrence, and now this guy sucks. Holy shit, he sucks. I like your running. I like your running back core. Like I like the Chase Brown, Jalen Warren better than the Bucky Irving, Dylan Sampson. I can see it going both ways. I think for that reason, I'm going to take Colin.
Whoa, shit.
I'm just like logically, I just feel like something's got to give. I can't slip by 3 weeks in a row.
And I'm sorry, Fitzy, just real quick, and I don't know if you guys feel the same way, or it's just like the players on my team. Do you guys feel like Yahoo projections are kind of like wacky, like this year or at least recently? Yes. Like, why are these shit so high, dude? It's nuts to me.
Did you see Minnesota defense is projected for 11 points this week?
Who are they playing? Carolina?
I think they're playing. I don't know. I need to double check. Eric dropped this knowledge to me today because I was talking to Eric. He was like Minnesota is projected for 11 points. Anyways,
go ahead, Fitzy. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I had to check it. Obviously, you said that, Corby. Minnesota is on Eric's team and projected for 11.28 points against Cincinnati. I mean, yeah, Jake Browning throws picks. But anyway, I think he's going to throw enough picks to make this one kind of go in Colin's favor. I look at this matchup and I see, Colin, you've got DeAndre Swift on your bench. That would be Corby's second best running back, with no doubt. With no doubt. Corby, your highs are higher. Josh Allen looks great as always. But Colin, I gotta give this one to you. I think Calvin Ridley finally pulls it off and scores at least 10 points this week. You heard it here first. Lock that one in. Not as lock of the week though. I'm taking Colin though.
Sorry, but just real quick, just the irony of this is that I think this is the first time either of you have picked me this year. I know we didn't really talk about the picks, but I'm pretty sure, yes, this is true. I just looked at it. Yes,
we will catch everyone up next episode on the pick'em. We are keeping score. We're just kind of pressed for time at this point.
Way to keep us on schedule, Corby. You're about to introduce.
Yes, thank you. Welcome back, the coin.
The coin is putting Colin on an island because the coin is taking Colin. It looks so similar in the show notes. Just one L.
We got CO. We got 3 COs. Maybe we should just change my name to Mike in the show notes. That would probably make you guys sick, huh? Speaking of making me sick, this matchup is sick. No, I don't know. It's Tyler versus Chris. Look at these again. Like you said, these projections are insane. Chris is projected for 163 points. I mean, 151 from Tyler is also a lot. I just I can't see in any universe where this happens. Like I just don't. I think
as you're making your pick here, Corby, I should let you know that the live projection is much closer here because, of course, oh no, Buffalo defense is down to 1 point. So it's basically a coin flip.
And they were projected for 11.5.
Yeah, what is that?
that's just I don't. And look at I don't know, like Jacoby 16.85. Like Jacoby Myers is awesome, but like you think he's gonna? That's just so fucking high.
I absolutely think he could get 16 points.
No, of course he can, but the projected is that. Look at Malik Neighbors is at 18. Like that's usually a wide receiver 1.
I mean, he is a wide receiver 1.
I mean, in what way?
In Neighbors?
No.
No.
The point is that there should be a larger gap between Malik
Why is Jacoby
I see. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, that totally. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, I don't know why he's so close to Malik Neighbors. Like, it's just crazy to me. But when you're done, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No. Yeah. This feels like a coin flip. I think Tyler has a bad break here, and I'm going with Chris.
Yeah, Tyler's got a lot of these, and by a lot, I guess I just mean Bill and Booty, but he's got a lot of a couple of these hype train players. And Booty was fun because last week I think he got that touchdown really early, and it was like, oh yeah, like Booty is real, like he's not just something the internet is making up, because he had an awesome week 1. But he just didn't get targeted for the rest of the game. I don't know. I didn't, obviously I don't watch, so I don't know. I work on Sundays, so I don't know if he got hurt or what, but he got 1 catch for a touchdown. So this 8.87 might be. I don't know why he's projected for this when they love everyone else, but I'm going to take Chris. He had a really good week last week, right? He scored 160 something. And Tyler, even though he's 2-0, I don't want to say it's like fake, but I think he put up 119 week 1 and then I think like 140 something. So I like Chris's team still. I'm pretty sure I ranked pretty highly. I want to see a 2 tight end flex, but I guess it depends on if Worthy is playing. But even then, he probably won't do that. He's got 3. Oh, he's got Hunter Henry too. He's got 3 tight ends here on this roster. So I respect that. Yeah, I picked Chris P. What do you think, Fitzy?
So the projections would make you think that it's going Chris P's way, even though he's lost 10 points of projection because of Buffalo's defense. I mean, Tyler's going to have the same thing. He's starting, Philly's defense against the Rams. They'll whittle away those 10.66 that he's projected for. The thing is, Chris has got a pretty good team outside of that quarterback room. He's had back-to-back weeks with one of his starting quarterbacks score under 3 points.
Oh, no.
And I think that trend might continue. So, Tyler's side, Dak Prescott against Chicago, Bo Nix, against the Chargers, not as fun. But yeah, I think both of those quarterbacks are going to score over 10. And with that as the floor, kind of looking down the rest of it, yeah, I give the edge to Chris maybe on the rest of the matchups, but I'm giving the edge to this overall matchup to Tyler, taking him to 3-0.
And the coin selects
Tyler as well.
Split field. I like it. Next matchup, the battle for silver, maybe? Well, it was at one point. Where I included the manager comparison here because I was hoping again they would be closer, but something I've noticed here is that Brandy is exactly 500 in the win-loss record. 42 wins, 42 losses. Something has got to give, and I think that this is going to be again. Look at these projections: 151 and 157. I do think that this is Brandy's week. I think that Brandy gets right here. I think Brandy's got some help with Troy Franklin. I think that hopefully Hollywood Brown can do well, and maybe Xavier Worthy won't play. That would be good. And maybe DJ Moore will actually do something and not just be a mouthpiece for me. And Bijan's playing against Carolina. May God have mercy on their souls. Yeah, I'm going with Brandy here.
Yeah, again, so Taylor has James Cook and Jalen Waddle playing tonight. Jalen Waddle has 1 catch and a touchdown, and James Cook has 10 points. So nothing too outrageous. He's still projected to lose by 3 points. 140, 154 to 157. But I think a big thing here is well, not, there's a lot of big things. A big thing here is Brian Thomas Jr. and how he has Trevor Lawrence throwing to him. Speaking of like projections and over projections, I think 15. Every week we want to say it's a get right week. Houston has a good defense, so I don't know if this is their get right week. At least in theory, they do. But then on the other side, if Juwan Jennings plays, it could be a really good one because the alternative is who? I guess Jonnu double flex again, or Goddard. Goddard. Is he healthy? Maybe. But I'm also going to take Brandy.
This one is close for me. It's real darn close for me. The issue is I think I like the players on Taylor's team better. I like Brandy's team construction. You already know I still love those quarterbacks. Caleb Williams can do no wrong to me. But Troy Franklin can. And and Hollywood Brown can. And Bijan Robinson's awesome, but James Cook has 10 points without a touchdown. He's got 73 rushing yards in the first half. He's just leading the league in rushing, it feels like. Sorry, King Henry. I'm going to give this one to Taylor, although I got to say, it feels like a real snub to Brandy to be benching Chris Olave against them. Taylor currently with Chris Olave on the bench when he could be putting Chris Olave over, I don't know, I guess his team's pretty good. I probably would have started him over Jalen Waddle, to be honest.
Revenge game. How's the coin doing here?
The coin is taking Taylor.
I also want to apologize to my co-hosts because these are all out of order. I just kind of threw them in here. I should have changed them because they're all fucked up in the show notes. Adam versus Chris. I'm going to keep this short and sweet. I think Adam's going to win. I don't think it's going to be, this is Fitzy versus Chris. I stand by my thoughts except for not Adam, Fitzy. I will take Fitzy here. I think I love Zay Flowers so much. If you want to trade him to me, let me know. You can have Dylan Sampson. Fitzy, lock of the week.
Yeah, I'll tell you, this one was real close to lock of the week status for me as well. I think that 164 is an over projection for my team. I think I'm going to keep scoring just about 150 points every week. The issue is I don't think Chris Cloud's team is going to score 150 points. I think both teams are going to go under their projection. And I think I'm going to get it done. It's not quite going to be lock of the week status because I'm still starting Devonta Smith and Isaiah Pacheco. But hey, the rest of that team looks pretty good.
I mean, there's no way Pacheco can be as bad as he was past 2 weeks, right?
Yes. I'm taking Fitzy as well. I picked him in the suicide pool, so I got to take him here.
I also picked in the suicide pool.
Yeah, Chris Cloud here also has Achane and Tyreek Hill, who are both kind of just scoring exactly what they've been projected so far. So it's pretty much the same anyway. He's a point over. With Devon Achane with a nice 5 receptions for 10 yards. So that's good to see. He'll let PPR. But with the, fun fact about Jameson Williams was, I don't know if I meant to talk about this. He was 2 for 108 last week. So if what Fitzy said is he's got the boomer bust guys, and that's one of the biggest ones in the league. With Jordan Mason becoming a bell cow, I think this is an easy pick. Hope and pray that Jane Daniels plays, but if he doesn't, Fitzy's got one of the best quarterbacks on his bench.
I might start him anyways. I might start Daniel Jones anyway.
For real?
Yeah,
you absolutely should.
In fact, I think I'm going to. Just if that changes your picks, I will likely be starting Daniel Jones.
Then I
will change my pick into making you the lock. No,
I stand by my lock of the week with Indiana Jones in the lineup.
Yeah.
No, Jameson Williams is such a weird guy for me because I've never been like a Tyreek Hill guy. I never owned Deshaun Watson. Not that I'm not pro those players. They're good. I just I don't think I value them as highly as other people in the league do. And yet Jameson Williams, for some reason, I'm give me those 2 catches. Maybe they'll be good ones. I don't understand myself.
You always own Jamo and Devonta Smith, I feel like, in this league. I don't know. I love it. What's the coin doing?
The coin, unfortunately, has no eyes and is taking the little oozing penis.
Okay. Excellent. Colin, why don't you take this one?
All right, so we got Mike versus Adam in the 2-0 versus 0-2. First place versus 11th place. Once again, Mike has Josh Palmer, who has not got a target yet at halftime. So he's a little below projection. I think one of my biggest regrets in my entire life is not picking this as my suicide pick. Even though I still think Fitzy's going to win. Adam has pretty much already locked it down. I mean, but that's silly to say because any given Sunday. But yes, Adam's the obvious pick here. I'm going to lock him of the week. Shout out to Mike for not starting Tua, though. It's a wise move. Not that he would anyway. I mean, he's got Mayfield and Goff just went off, so you can't sit him. But, I mean, Adam's got his shiny new toys he's going to break out in Javonte and Breece Hall. So, give me those guys. I bet Breece Hall is going to do really good. He's probably going to get a bunch of catches. Tyrod's going to be checking it down. Derrick Henry just went like 10 for 23, 11 for 23. Got to be one of the worst games of his career. So it's going to be it's all on the up and up for Adam once again. The fantasy king. I'm taking him.
Super easy lock of the week. This is what lock of the weeks are made for. It's made for Adam leading the league in points and wins and moves against Mike. Last place in moves. 0-2. Second to last in points by like what? Like a point and a half or something? Like this is the easiest lock of the easiest week that I've ever seen. If Mike wins, then I need to wake myself up. Somebody pinch me.
Yeah, this makes me really sad because I don't want to see any 0-3 teams. I want everyone to be in the fold. Not that you're out of it at 0-3. It's just like makes it so much harder. So like I want to pick Mike, but like you said, he's starting Josh Palmer. Like you gotta be kidding me, Mike. You gotta do something about it, buddy. Yeah, I'm going with Adam here. It's easy. It's an easy pick.
And I'm dying here. I'm coughing on mute. But the coin, unfortunately, still does not have eyes. And the coin's taken Mike. No, coin, no!
No, coin,
No! All right, final matchup. It is the battle of 1-1 and Eric, new father, baby brain, Sinkowitz, 0-2. Something's got to give here, like I always say. I think that this is going to be a better week for Eric than it has been. I don't think that we see a full-on breakout awesome for the rookies yet. I think Genty will play better than he has. I think they cannot continue to give it to Zimmer White. That's just absolutely deplorable coaching. And he's still starting Josh Downs. That's kind of stinky, gross. Yeah, I'm going with Eric here. I just I think this one is like I don't want to see a team 0-3, and so this is a wishful thinking, gut feeling that I think Eric pulls off the victory here. Sorry, Chris.
Yeah. So Chris has Khalil Shakir in this game, who's 2 for 15, but it's just halftime. We know Khalil Shakir is almost like always a lock for 10. Even though he scored 2.2 last week, so I guess not. I'm also going to pick Eric here. I feel like, especially if Tucker Kraft doesn't play, who he's got on his bench to replace him with?
Mark Andrews.
Mark Andrews. So I'm usually on the Mark Andrews train, but he really let me down in a different league this year. So fuck Mark Andrews. Give me Eric. I think this is the week, guys. Because he's got a good team. He's got JSN, he's got Puka, Barkley. It's just, some of these guys, his flexes especially have just been so disappointing. Genty hasn't been on. But I think this is the get right week. I think he's going to hit the launch button. You heard it here first.
Yeah, I don't know if we've found the launch pad yet. I think we're still kind of landing this little SpaceX rocket. It's coming down tip up right now. And I think there's still a chance for that tip to go higher up, but it's got to find that floor first. Did you guys know Deebo Samuel is wide receiver 5 so far on the year? He's scored more points than Jamar Chase. He's scored more points than your boy, Wan'Dale Robinson. Scored more than CeeDee Lamb. He scored 43.2 points this year. Kind of sneakily. I don't know if it's sneaky or not, but wide receiver 5 is kind of crazy for that spot. So I don't know. I feel like he might be a tad on the under projected side. Over on Eric's side, I agree. Ashton Genty is lock of the week over 13 points. He's got to get that figured out. But man, oh man, watching Sam Darnold be projected for 15, I don't know. New Orleans maybe is bad. There's almost no world in which he goes over 15 points. He's projected at a ceiling, and for that reason, I'm taking my good friend, Chris. And the coin is locking it up with Eric. So I'm on an island here.
I could certainly see it going either way, but I just, again, I'm the king of wishful thinking, you know. And that's it. That's week 3. That's a lot of matchups we've talked about, and the same people over and over again. It's almost like we're all part of the same fantasy football league. Let's talk about bets. We made a few bets a few weeks ago. You included the one that we did not talk about. So here's what we got. I made a bet about overtime happening on Sunday. I said yes. Fitzy said no. This one says Rams-Lions. This was for week 1. Was it both games going to overtime? Because I thought the Rams played the Texans.
Week 1?
Week 1?
Did the Rams play the Lions?
I'm pretty sure the Packers played the Lions. Please check me on this.
If you want to read on, I'll check it out.
Yeah, you vet this because I'm not trying to steal money from you because I'm a modern man.
Maybe I looked up week 1 from last year.
I don't beat my
Oh, you're right.
wife.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. That is wrong.
There is no overtime, right? I don't think that there was an overtime game on Sunday. Anyways, Justin Fields over under 19 points. This is all for week 1. Except for the last bet that we're going to talk about. I said under, 50 said under, Colin said over, and Justin Fields smashed. He was excellent week 1. Not so much week 2. Fitzy's worst flex eligible player will outscore Corby's second worst. Oh, this is a nail biter. Holy smokes. We had Devonta Smith. This ended up being Devonta Smith versus Chico Okonkwo, where Chig pulls off the victory. 4.6 to 4.9. And then I made this bet with Colin before the Sunday Night Football game, over under 39.5 receiving yards for Kyle Pitts. Colin took the under, I took the over, and he ended with 37 yards. It was like the first quarter, and he had like a 15-yard catch or something like that. And I was like, this is
dude. The first drive, I think he had 22 yards. Because he had another catch, I remember. That just didn't do anything the rest of the game.
The whole team just lets him down. He's just way too good for them. It's just so disappointing.
Right. That's what it is.
Literally, put him on any other team in the NFL, and he is a Hall of Famer already.
Yeah, and just also this bet with Fitzy.
yeah.
I meant just as in moving on. But Fitzy, this bet you cooked. You said it, Corby. No, Fitzy, this bet you cooked up. I really like it. This is a very Fitzy bet where it's just it's kind of silly parameters or whatever, but then it worked out so good and that it was really close. Just a fun fact: Corby's worst flex eligible player was Jamar Chase with 4.6. So you guys almost
unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Crazy.
Huh? I never thought I'd see Chico Okonkwo beats Devonta Smith on the bet board, but here we are.
All right. Well, who's got a bet? Anyone? You guys want to make a second half bet? Or
I want to make a bet with you, Corby.
About Kyle Pitts?
No, it's about our matchup. I bet that you're gonna win.
I bet that I'm gonna win too.
I bet that I'm gonna win, even though you picked me.
I did pick you in the league in the record books, but I will. Ooh.
All right, let's hedge our bets and pick ourselves.
Pick ourselves. Yeah, let's do it.
Well, you don't like it, Fitzy? What's up?
No, I got to talk to Corby about this because Corby, this is a trend now. You locked yourself in the week 2 recap. You said I am sure to beat Chris Cloud, and in Suicide, you picked Chris Cloud against yourself. You locked up against
what?
Yourself. You keep picking against yourself.
You picked Chris Cloud in Suicide
in week 2.
I thought I picked myself. Wait, do we pick winners or losers?
Why would we pick losers?
I'm confused.
I think you had this problem last year, I think.
I'm pretty sure I picked myself to win. Did I not pick myself?
Was this over text?
I'm locking in myself against Chris Cladd. I read it fast. You locked yourself in.
Fitzy, and fuck you, Colin.
And you got to lock in on Adam early. We'll edit this part out, everyone.
I did lock in on Adam before the game started. I just want that to know. We absolutely must keep this in because I must be vindicated. Everyone thinks I'm fucking stupid. I'm not fucking stupid. I'm the fucking tribal chief.
Stupid. Nobody, dude. Cash literally commented about how smart you are. Right? Wasn't that Cash?
No, but preseason he said Corby is stupid.
Oh, well.
And then he said Corby is smart.
Yeah, you had a little amendum. Anyway. All right. So, okay, I'll bet that I'm going to win and you'll bet on yourself. That sounds good.
This is not a trend, Fitzy. This is not a trend.
All right, Fitzy. I've got a good bet for you.
Okay.
Let me just check real quick. You on your game. Just
yeah, I got to bet while we wait. If you want.
Yeah. Okay, throw it out.
My bet. I brought it up in the recap or the end of the look ahead here. Chris keeps having quarterbacks score under 10 points, and I think it's going to happen again. He's got Aaron Rodgers starting against New England, Cam Ward against the Colts. My simple bet is that one of his quarterbacks will score under 10 points.
I'll make it for the content. I can definitely see that happening, but I'm in for the Cam Ward breakout game against the stout Indianapolis Colts defense.
All right.
I'm in.
All right, I have just a simple one, Fitzy, and I'm back on the train. This is how I lost so much, or one of the reasons I lost so much money last year. But I think that Zach Ertz is going to outscore Trey McBride this week. Call me crazy, but it happened last week, and I think it may happen again.
I mean, yeah, I'm going to definitely take Trey McBride in this bet. Thank you, Colin. I appreciate this. You don't need to be giving me $5. It's kind, but yeah, no need.
Colin, I would like to make another bet between us. I bet that this is a stupid bet. I shouldn't be making this, but for the content, I bet Romeo Dobbs will outscore Cortland Sutton this week.
Oh, all right. Again, hopefully a gimme for I did one stupid one. Let's let Corby do one with me.
I'll give you some money back.
Well, just like Zach Ertz, last week he outscored him, so it could happen again. Why not?
I don't know. I like little Romeo.
Yeah.
Who the fuck else they throwing
to? Not Golden apparently.
More like Matthew Bronze.
If Kraft plays than him, but that's it.
Tucker Kraft, more like Tucker Kraft mac and cheese. Shouts out.
More like fucker Kraft. All right.
That's just too far, dude.
Do you think he heard that a lot in school? He probably heard that all the time. Fucker.
No, his dad was the basketball coach, and he said, "Pass the ball to Tucker."
Oh yeah, love that.
I need a bet with Fitzy. Fitzy, I bet that I will drink more seltzer than you this weekend. I'm just kidding. We're not.
You're gonna win that one. You're gonna win that one.
Oh, you're retired?
Yeah. I got ulcers or something probably from all that seltzer.
Ulcers from carbonated water.
Thanks, Corby.
I want to make a bet. We can do this, all of us, or if any of you guys will take it. But I think I'll have the I'll have the highest non-quarterback sitting on my bench. You know what I mean?
The highest non-quarterback sitting on your bench. So like call it flex eligible player or
sure.
Yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying. Let me check your bench out real quick.
Both of you guys' benches are pretty shitty.
You got DeAndre Swift.
I have Swift. I have Tillman. I have Keon Goldman.
I have Kyle Monangai. He's gonna break out this week.
He's got the Q tag, so maybe.
Yeah, I'm fucking out on this one. My bench is diabolical.
Dude, you got Ollie Gordon.
Colin, I've got short round himself from Andre Stevenson. I got
projected for 10.
I know. And Xavier Legette. Did you guys see? I heard the stat. Xavier Legette had the single worst receiving yardage total for a player with 8 targets ever. It's -2 yards and 8 targets.
Holy shit! Dude.
And a rush attempt for 0
No,
yards. Like,
no.
Yes, he does suck.
He probably isn't very good, but he has Bryce Young.
He has he has him.
He's got Bryce Young. He's got
it's
Bryce
terminal,
Young.
unfortunately.
Do you guys know Laquan Treadwell is in year 10 of his NFL career?
Good for fucking him, dude. He got his
Wow.
pension. We love it.
Sick, right?
He was balling out in the preseason.
He's back, dude. He's him.
All right, so I guess it's an okay.
Al Davis was supposed to retire when that guy was a rookie. Al Davis is on my screen right now. Yuck.
Al Davis.
Are you guys seeing Ryan Fitzpatrick in the booth right now?
I don't have the game up.
I'm watching the kickoff.
Kickoff. What's the score?
It's 14-21.
No, James Cook got a touchdown.
Okay, I'm a play ahead of you. I won't. I was gonna make you bet on what play is next.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I bet you it's a screen to Jalen Waddle for -3 yards.
Oh.
Pick on it quick.
Okay. I'm out.
Good call, Fitzy. Holy shit.
I'm watching an official stream and I'm way behind you. I'm pissed.
I'm on Twitch.tv.
I forgot to mention this, but because I forgot who it was, but I think it was Tyler maybe, who has like some not great flex plays. Got Dalton Kincaid sitting on his bench. He was killing it this game.
Ooh.
It's gotta hurt.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was Tyler.
Anyways,
any more bets?
Yeah. What's the bet situation? What's the betuation?
Colin and I officially took that bet just because we got off track when I talked about Xavier Legette.
Are you giving me a gimme for a gimme? Because
he's due. No, he's due. That's a give me. When you lose,
Xavier Legette is not due. He's due to get cut.
In this league, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I got nothing.
You guys want to make a Bill bet? Do you guys like Bill? How would you guys feel about Bill Krosky Merritt?
I don't know him.
You don't know him from Adam, as some will say. Yeah.
What's the? No, I don't know. I don't know.
Right.
What's the bet? Give me the bet.
Well, he's projected for 11.93. So we could use that as an over/under.
I've got some bad number over/unders. I would like the over on that one.
Against the Raiders.
I don't know if you know this, but in 2 second halves, the Raiders defense has held their opponents to 3 points in both second halves. I don't know. I feel like Bill's probably going to get a lot of run here. I could see in a world where he'll score under I think he'll probably. What's his projection? 11 point what?
9.3. So basically 12.
Basically 12. If you set the line at 12, I would take the under. I want those extra 0.07.
I honestly don't know which way I lean. I think I'd lean under as well. Would you want to do a 2v1, Fitzy?
I'll take the over.
I'll only take the over on his official line from Yahoo.
Okay. Let's do 11.93. And we can do a 2v1.
I would also take I'll take the side. I don't care.
We'll officially make it 11.935. That way there can be no ties too. Yeah. Perfect. All right. The other two running backs who I think have terrible projections this week. One we talked about on Eric's team, Ashton Genty. I don't think there's a chance he goes under his projection this week. Now, he has gone under his projection 2 weeks in a row. He has not scored more than 12 points, but 13.23, surely he gets over that.
I'm taking the under. Even though I just said 20 minutes ago that this was the breakout game for Ashton Genty, I'm taking the under.
What is he projected for? 13.10?
13.23.
13.23. Yep. Easy over for me. And then this one's insulting to running back kind everywhere. We just talked about two running backs who I like the over on. Tony Pollard is projected for 14.64 points. I think this guy might stink. He keeps getting attempts, he keeps getting yards, but to what end? For what purpose? No touchdowns. He has 2 targets for a catch on the year. Put this guy in the dump under on 14.64.
That is an insane projection, dude.
I'm glad you agree.
It's crazy. Who are they playing? Indy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so sad. I love Tony P. And of course,
Do you love $5 though?
He's smashing that over.
You want it?
Yeah, I'll take it. Sure.
All right.
Who cares? I'll do it. For the concept.
What is it again? 14.
14 points.
2-3.
6-4.
6-4. Oh wow.
I said best flex on bench.
That's a good crop of bets.
I think that's
especially
really
after last week, where I think we had 3. If you don't, not counting the Kyle Pitts one. So I'm glad we stepped it up.
Yeah, I think that's excellent. I am excited to see more football this weekend. Excited to watch the rest of this game upstairs on my couch. I want to thank my co-host for joining us today. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for opening the big book of bets. Shouts out to both of you. I know you live very busy lives. I'm going to plug. I have a plug. I have actually 2 plugs. One of them in which I can't show you. This plug. Shouts out to Devil's Grove Disc Golf Course. Excellent disc golf course. Really, really like it. I have a hat from there. Really cool place. If you're ever in Central Maine, come on up. We'll go to Devil's Grove and we'll go to another course that I love a lot too. You guys have any shouts outs or plugs?
Did you say you have 2, or did you want to save the other one for later?
Like I said, I have 2 plugs, one of which I can't show.
Oh, I'm sorry. That you can't show, or you can't.
The joke is that the plug is up my ass.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, you're catching up. You have baby brain.
I've got one quick plug, and this is the fulfillment of a promise. I wrote it down here. We promised on our week 1 or pre-draft episode when we read the comments that we would read this one. So Adam, I'm fulfilling it for you. Read this comment in September. Thanks. I'm gonna win.
He's been winning, so it's still correct.
It's now September, baby.
And he's 2-0. I've got a few plugs. First of all, a new disc golf course has been opened at Buttery Brook, which is 500 feet. Or, Buttery Brook Park. You know where that is?
Yeah.
It's in South Hadley, the border, Chicopee. So that just opened up. So come on down to my neighborhood. Maybe
That's
I'll
sick.
actually play with you guys since it's right down the street. Corby, why don't you just real quick? I know you beat the game. Why don't you let's try to get before we talk about it on the show. Why don't you give it a ringing endorsement of Why Do Boys Play Games?
Oh my God, it's excellent. I actually, so I think I was not super crazy. Well, number one, I had a bunch of soft locks and crashes, and
that's not a ringing endorsement.
Well, listen, I'm starting with the bad, and now I'm going to the good. I think that the story is very funny. I think there's one part where I laughed out loud like really hard because I wasn't expecting it. I loved the game. I thought it was great. I thought it was I can tell I know what it takes to code things, and I can only imagine the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours that it took you to make this, and I love it. I think that the core gameplay is really good. I can't wait for the sequel when you flesh it out in 3D, and we can decorate the clubhouse and stuff. It's gonna be so sick. But yeah, no, this is in my top 5 games of the year this year. I love it. I absolutely love it. I think it's I really do think I'm saying this seriously. I think it's absolutely excellent.
You heard it. What a great endorsement. Thank you, Corby. Because I'm sure we'll talk about it soon. Thanks. Yeah, appreciate it. And then there was one more, but I don't remember. I'm going to be very upset at myself though. You got anything? Did you already do your plugs, Fitzy?
I did.
All right.
Install time so you can remember yours.
No. That's it.
Thank you all very much for listening. Do not forget to tell your friends and family about us. And thanks for sticking with us during the bye week last week. We'll see what happens as life goes on for the 3 of us. And we could have a week where one of us doesn't show up and we'll never show up again. That's just the way life is. So don't forget to smash the like button. Like I said, tell your friends and family about us. Make an alt account. Hit subscribe. We'll see you next time. As always, I am your tribal chief and reigning champion, Corby.
We'll get into it with Fitzy.
And I'm Colin.
And gamers, we'll get into it and game on.